And you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio. And you're listening to Massive Wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, they are reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Jody, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, the Global Expecting Blessings. Big up, massive.
To be honest, I never saw it coming. Like a thief in the night, you pulled up without a warning. Never expected to feel this way. Can't help but think it's a game you play. I've learned to not get so easily swayed. Don't give up faith, I know I'm not great. And you won't really don't understand what kind of hold you have on me. No, I'll never do these things, but I'm all for risk. And I hate to tell I'm a little danger. I'm a really stranger. I could get used to our arrangement. Now you feel what I'm saying? If we're on the same page, then you can keep me. Promise not to tell nobody. You'll be lonely. Just promise not to leave me lonely. First place is for free, so it's better you don't know me. So let me keep it low key. You gotta keep it low key. How long till one of us wants something more? I say we ran away, stay far away from the shore, grounded. Afraid of losing what we have, I'd rather be surrounded. Drowning in your loving. I'm not the same, I can't hold you with me. No, I'll never do these things, but I'm all for risk. And I know there's a little danger. I'm a really stranger. I could get used to our arrangement. You feel what I'm saying? If we're on the same page, then we can get lucky. Promise not to tell nobody. You think I'm lonely. Just promise not to leave me lonely. First place is free, so it's better you don't know. Welcome, people. Good afternoon. Grand Rising. 16 minutes past the top of the hour. Yes, Karibuni to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show. This is the media of the 21st century, the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. Yes, Karibuni Sana. Good afternoon, Grand Rising to everyone who's listening to us all the way to wherever you are from. Karibuni Sana to everyone who's live via YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, on our show page, on Rumble, on the radio station, on Spreaker, on Spotify, to kwa kila mahali kama inzi. And of course, to everyone who's also live with us on the TV, Karibuni Sana. And on the show page, hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope September is driving you amazing, and hope you're looking forward to amazing, beautiful things that you deserve, because you do. Actually, if you put your mind and accept and believe that you do deserve it, utapata. But karibuni sana to today's debate, where we shall be discussing about the weak presentation of Africa despite the wealth it contains. And this is because, of course, of the current ongoing summit in China, and where we've seen, of course, all the African leaders, despite the Alliance Sahel state leaders who have not attended. We're talking about Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. But the rest of the coons are there. Actually, they did set their foot ahead of the meeting. That was yesterday. The summit is supposed to take place, that is tomorrow. And this is actually where they're supposed to be discussing about, of course, the Africa relationship between Africa being strengthened. I can see Ramaphosa gave his speech over there, which I'll be sharing a video We shall also talk about, rather, I'll be sharing also a video talking about how China and Africa infrastructure, to be specific, Kenya, how they're supposed to shape the economic landscape of the 254. We shall also discuss about the climate fear that is actually on the rise, that is in Uganda. I'm not certain if Museveni is there, but of course it is there. Do remember that is one among the conversation they shall be having. Every time Africa has a summit with any other foreign country, it's never anything positive. We've seen literally the results of all this for the past few years. I've discussed, literally read so many articles. It's not an agenda to help Africa grow. Number one, remember I was reading, I think it was on Thursday, I think, if I can remember, or on Friday on my show, the agenda is to, number one, ensure that the Negro unity never happens. Okay, it's the Negro unity never happens. Ensure all the messiahs are dealt with. That is, I believe, also one of the reasons why they have this summit, because of the unity that the Alliance Sahel state actually has right now, which is actually stabilizing their economy. Remember Burkina Faso, that was during coming to this past weekend. They did nationalize two of their mine centers or mining sites, which is super, super amazing, and which is a threat, of course, to the Western powers who have for so long been benefiting from these countries by creating all this false war that actually they themselves fund. So that is our conversation for today. We shall be focusing on Uganda, and specifically the weak presentation of the African continent and its people, despite the wealth it contains. Generally, of course, we shall be tackling what is happening with all these leaders attending the summit. And of course, along with that, we shall also talk about I shall also share a video that is coming from Nigeria. And of course, when you talk about the weak presentation of African leaders, we've seen people like Dangote, who has so far been surpassed by a white citizen, okay, a whole invader. All right, 7% of the population of this country is the wealthiest man right now in Africa. But Dangote personally, and of course, majority of you do know that is not a good person, and not what people portray him to be, not what the media, to be specific, portrays him to be. We've seen in his companies, which of course are in 10 African countries, is not paying people correctly. Despite people demonstrating about the poor wages, he ended up actually firing all of them, because you're not allowed to raise any concern when it comes to your salary, whether I'm treating you okay or not. Kick rocks, okay? That is what you're getting. But karibuni sana, that is what we shall be debating for today. And of course, I hope you guys stick through till the end of the conversation. Let me know how you're feeling. Of course, being a Tuesday, how is your September coming along? We shall be getting back to the jam, coming back with the quote of the day. And of course, this is by the one and only Mviri the Storyteller. The name of the jam is Kitenge. I started with Zaina Manasseh, and the name of the jam is Loki. Karibuni sana once again. Do enjoy the show. 21 minutes past the top of the hour. Let me know where are you listening to us from. Inani alinidanganya penzi but then I fell in love. Mambo ikakuwa complicated. Yes, we're in love. Nimeingia mtihani bila kalamu. Yeah. I'm not ready. Pressure mingi me not ready. Oh, I'm going crazy. Yeah. Juu sasa ninavalishwa kitenge, tukifanana penzi ni ya milele. Nyora zote za kupende, ile vitu kwangu ni crazy. Usiwe nivule kitenge, itafanya penzi iwe milele. Na mbona zote zisipende, ile vitu kwangu ni crazy. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Yeah, this square one. 1 plus 1 wachaibaki 1. Msinifunze mimi mashallah. Napambana na hali yangu kama Saddam. Yes, karibuni sana once again. And of course, I hope you guys are doing amazing. In case you're just tuning in here for the first time, my name is Joby, and welcome to the media of the 21st century. This is the Blackout Financial Radio Station. Trevor is live with us, of course, on YouTube, on Twitter. Once again, shout out to you on BitChute, on Rumble, on the show page, on our TV, on our radio station, on Spreaker, on Spotify, on TikTok. Where I'm everywhere. My face is literally everywhere. Imagine, literally. But anyway, karibuni sana. And before we get started with, of course, what our debate for today is, where we shall be discussing about the weak presentation of Africa, because you all know, okay, you all know that is the truth. If Keith actually is going to be getting on this show, you know that is what he always says all the time. You have weak type of leaders, you have childlike minded type of leaders and all that. And if you try look at it, actually it's super true, because these men lack no stand, lack no dignity, lack no respect amongst themselves. You know, you can just make a decision knowing that actually you run the resources, you are the leader of that country, and you should act like it even if it means your life. Okay, my quote of today is: growth means change, and change involves risk. Stepping from the known to the unknown. And that is basically for Africans as for me. Growth means change, and change does involve risks, because if you don't take the risk, personally, I think you guys hear me speak about that a couple of times. Even in business, for you to become an entrepreneur, there is failing, there is rising, but it's all about taking a risk. Number one, so long as you've started, the rest of the path, literally, you're gonna be guided. You're gonna find people who are gonna help you grow. You're gonna find literally ways of you evolving bigger and better. But it says my growth means change, and change involves risk, stepping from the no to the unknown. And I hope you guys will stay with that quote and remember, no matter how scared you are, take the risk. That is literally how change comes. Take the risk, and everything gets better every single day. Okay. But anyway, karibuni sana once again. And of course, as we get started, I want to talk about Uganda as our conversation for the day as we start. And Uganda is actually a country that brings so many questions. If you try think about, number one, of course, the leadership itself. We've had a dictator for so long, a dictator who's not just a dictator who understands what dictatorship is all about, a dictator who understands also the control of the masses. He understands the mindset of the people. He understands the mindset of the West. He knows. Shout out to Dimore for pulling up that show. He said, you should know when to pull up the cards. Don't outshine your master, literally. Never outshine the laws, the laws of life. Was it the laws of life? Someone remind me. I can't remember the whole program, but they've already did a whole show on that. And they said the law of life is never outshine your master. And that is Museveni, literally. He knows when to pull the cards. He literally knows when to pull the cards. And I remember he went down breaking how we had people like Patrice Lumumba, who literally Pan-Africanists, who have come super straightforward, hitting the master, and they ended up literally, of course, eating the balloon, you know, not the balloon, but
It's called
the,
the 48 Laws of Power.
the
48 Laws of Power.
yeah, thank you. You should have just typed it, you know. You could have just typed it though, you know. All I said is just type it. Karibu Sana, how you doing today?
I just saw that boom like Jesus on your ass. Like nothing.
Anyway, yes, shout out to Demore for doing that amazing show. It was such an amazing show, learning a lot of things. And that is what I'm trying to explain. Of course, what I feel like Museveni is all about. He knows when to outshine his master. He knows when not to outshine his masters. And he also gave an example of Pan-Africanists who came super straightforward with the information. Of course, they immediately were deleted. And we've had those who have long lasted, literally, who have stayed for a while because they knew when to pull the cards, they knew when not to pull the cards. But literally, Museveni, I do believe, is one of the Museveni and Kagame. I'm going to give it to them, not just even them. We also have the Cameroon president, we have the Equatorial Guinea president, because it's crazy when Africa, because of the less information we're given about other African countries, we don't know how other leadership or how other countries are being run, you know. But the fact that I'm in this space and every day I'm always on report checking what is happening, I'm so glad
Ran
to
the
understand
same
that
way, corrupt.
we
Ran
don't
the
just
same
have
way,
good
corrupt
leaders.
and fucked up and African people
Exactly.
kept impoverished and ignorance.
Mm-hmm. We don't just have dictators in just two African countries, just Rwanda and Uganda. We have
No,
Equatorial Guinea, we have Cameroon, we have
all of them.
others who are actually, literally all of them, we are oppressed in so many different ways. But that was, I think, 2022. If you can remember, or either last year, early last year, Uganda did discover a certain oil, some certain oil in the country, and
Oil
they,
fields.
yeah, they did come forth and spoke. Museveni, I remember I did share his video. He spoke to the people of Uganda, promising them, number one, job opportunity when it came to, of course, extraction of this oil. He also promised them to, the country is going to benefit from this. There's not going to be like the other African countries, the way they do it. That is what he said. You know,
Uh-huh.
Uganda is going to benefit, not like the other African countries. But immediately a week after that, Museveni actually was working with a Chinese farm company, and
Of course.
it has led to so many things, to the point where we can see, of course, this extraction of this oil is going to lead to so many, of course, false claim, including the climate change, which is what I'm about to talk about right here. And I went even further, trying to see what is this issue of climate change? How far has it gone in Uganda? Apparently, it's also hitting farmers, and it's brought to my attention again. I wish I can have a conversation with people like Setu and Maria. I want to know, what is this food claim that is in Uganda that we don't see yet? Majority of Ugandans are in poverty, majority are unemployed, majority do not have farms nor lands. With the
Set it up.
dictatorship in this country, how is it that this country is blessed with so much food? And if so, it is under control, because there's no way you can tell me a country has food, but it's not easily available. Just like Nigeria, people are eating dirty rice. Well, there's literally local production of rice, but these people depend so much on the imported genetically modified rice. But listen to this as you continue.
Non-profit organization Climate Rights International (CRI) urges banks, financial institutions, and insurers to decline to provide further support for Uganda's Kingfisher oil project. The group says it has documented widespread human rights abuses and environmental damage at the site in western Uganda. A 156-page report was published on Monday. It is based on 98 interviews. Families notably described pressure and intimidation by officials from Total Energy's Ugandan subsidiary and its subcontractors to agree to low levels of compensation. CRI said numerous women reported sexual violence resulting from threats, intimidation, or coercion by soldiers in the Kingfisher Project area. The Kingfisher Project is part of the East Africa Crude Oil Pipeline Project. It is operated by Chinese CNOOC on behalf of the joint venture partners French Total Energy and the Uganda National Oil Company. Speaking at the media briefing on the developments in Uganda's oil and gas sector last month, the
Of course, they're
It's
going to
show,
put the Uganda, they're
it,
going to put the
it's,
Uganda
it's just
company
showing how
there.
it's showing how the African man is a child. Doesn't know how to
Exactly.
control shit. Chinese
Mm-hmm.
are there and other people there to make sure he don't fuck up and fuck nothing up. He's an idiot. That's why
Mm-hmm.
they're there. And it's about human rights violations because I don't know what the human rights would be in a damn oil and trying to extract oil. How you got human rights violations there? That seems sketchy. I mean, some people with these Ugandans went around trying to rape women. What is some of the doing shit against women? What the fuck is going on with that? It just shows
Mm-hmm.
the African man cannot build shit on his own. It's shameful and it's tragic. He's not to be
Exactly.
trusted. Can't build shit on his own. He's a child. So shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Ibram Toure that's changing all that. Love that young man. Get rid of all these old niggas. All of them. God damn it. Setting
Exactly.
all
And
these
that's what.
old fucking backward ass niggas. And shout out to Congo.
Mhm.
Said Ibram Priest come in and bring your forces down and start fucking up Kagame. You goddamn right. You got that's how Africa's gonna be goddamn united by one strong African man, not these other old ass puppet moronic ass niggas. You're like, God damn.
Mhm.
Africans can't even make an oil well. I goddamn oil field. Human rights violation, this happened, that guy. Can't you build any goddamn thing? Got it going sideways and fucked up. and graft and corruption. Where can I steal? You gotta build it first, stupid, so you can steal from it. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
First thing you think
Exactly.
about stealing instead of like, how can we build it so to work correctly and build a profit for our people? How can I steal from it? What's my thing? How do I get money? Where's my piece?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and
Chinese are
that is
going.
basically what
The
is
Chinese are going to go to
based
Uganda and say,
based.
"Hey, I'm gonna give it all these
Mhm.
niggas. We want the Chinese up in here. Give it all these niggas. They gotta go." So they say,
So
"Well,
that's
I'm not.
basically
Listen, we're telling
all
you."
based on my topic. It's all based on my topic, literally what you can see Museveni doing and what we're just talking about, literally the weak presentation of Africa, because that is the weak presentation of
That's
Uganda.
his leadership. He's been there 40 years. He's been there
Mhm.
40 years. He ain't taught. He hasn't built a culture where people can work with him. Ugandan man is a moron. That's what I will give Kagame credit. Kagame being a strong man, he said, "Motherfucker, you fuck around the job, and that goes against Rwanda, and you're gonna get dealt with. So you can go to Rwanda and build shit, because that shit ain't tolerated over there." That's one thing I will say that's been good about Kagame. He's been stealing from the Congo. He's made a certain culture. Motherfucker, you steal, you dead. Motherfucker, you don't do right, you dead. You don't know how to fucking, do just regular business shit, you out of here. We're not fucking around playing with you like you're a child. You grown ass men and you can't build shit. The rest of the world looks at you and laughs. So people tell you, you can go to Rwanda like that guy. Airtime said, you go to Rwanda and the men will build. You ain't got to watch them. The work will get done. The work will get done in Rwanda because, hey, that's the lot. 40 years, 35 years Kagame's business, that's going to be the goddamn culture here. Motherfucker, you ain't gonna get paid for drinking on the job and fuck around being late, all that old shit. Oh no, no, not Rwanda, you not. Wanda, you gonna show up on time every goddamn day, and your job is gonna get done. Now that is known about. Kami did put that in there. Then there's other shit. You find another African country where I just show up. I don't know. Let me steal. Nah, nah, nah. Not Rwanda, you ain't. No, no,
Mhm.
no.
So as
Kami,
I was doing my
good job.
research, still trying to see what is going on in Uganda with all this climate change, the farming production. I can see some farmers were complaining. I'm not going to share the video, but something that brought an alarm to my eyes is that Uganda actually did launch. That was on 30th of August, this last month. The fertilizer financing. Project, yeah, fertilizer financing project,
You need
and
fertilizer. Because see, another
exactly.
more. You've been run by morons. Fertilizer destroys the soil. If you
Mm-hmm.
had natural compost with cow dung and other dung, you never need fertilizer. It's all
Mm-hmm.
lies.
Mm.
Because the
So
white man must tell you what to do, and you do it, and you fuck your soil up, and then you gotta use their fertilizer because you're a moron. And as long as I'm in power, I get to be power. The country's poor, people backwards, and that's why you like it. There's been no benefit to my 70 being in power for 40 years. The country's got poor. The country's got more backwards. Like I showed Seto and my 70. I remember Seto and Maria from 1960 when the white man was there. What it looked like then, and now it looks like now. Uganda's fucked up. From 1960 when it was modern, because white people still had it, then you niggas got it, and it's fucked up. That's a fact. Maria and Cecil
it
couldn't,
is
they couldn't
crazy.
argue with me. Go ahead.
It is crazy. So as we get to move on from that, and I bet I'm not sure if Museveni is one among the leaders who are in the current summit that is supposed to take
Of course, this
place
podcast is.
tomorrow.
I know I didn't go with Ibrahim. He said, nah, I'm not going that shit for what? Nah, I don't bow to no Chinese.
Ibrahim,
When you,
what
when,
about the other juntas? I'm not, the
uh,
other juntas to go too, right?
I'm not sure if they went. I know Ibrahim. I know Ibrahim said, nah, there's no value in me going there. Going there for what? I don't bow
I
to
think
Chinese people.
I think right now the Alliance Sahel, if they're making a decision, they're making a decision as a board, not just as a one person. they're in, they're inclusive as a group, literally, to you know.
So, but I don't
Really,
know. But I can't. I still can't stop. If one wants to go, we're still united. But if one figures it's for their national benefit to go, then go. Some things can't. I can't tell you not to go there. To me, Bikini Faso, I'm telling myself. I mean, I got no need to go fucking powwow with the
so
Chinese for fucking what?
we know some of the African leaders who have attended, of course, is Nana Akufo-Addo. Not we have Nana Akufo-Addo, we have Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa right now, especially after leading the country in the worst state, he should actually not even be. He should be ashamed. This guy, anyway. South
Why,
Africans. Let me
why
just
should they
say
be
that we have
ashamed to be
also,
bootlicks? Bootlicks are not ashamed to be bootlicks, Joey.
it's when you're selling it because he's selling away the country, and like we
So
were
what?
saying yesterday, they know what they're
Like,
doing. Yes, so what? They know what
yeah,
they're doing. I get that. They
yeah.
do know what they're doing, but it's up to the people where I'm trying to say, like, hey, South
The
Africans,
people,
this is up to
their people are too
because,
stupid. So
you know,
South Africans are too stupid. So fuck them.
I'm gonna chase you out. I'm gonna chase you out of my show. I'm gonna chase you out of my show.
I know.
Chase you out of my show. I don't want that energy here. I
Uh,
don't not
all
that
right,
money.
all right, all right, all right. I'm gonna put myself on mute. Go ahead, calm down.
Yeah, so some of the African leaders, of course, who are expected to attend. This is a report that was released on 27th of August. We had Ramaphosa, Nana Akufo-Addo, Ruto, of course. Ruto is set to go borrow, I think, 40 billion, according to the article I read. That is to save, of course, the economic crisis in Kenya. But they're saying that is next month, which is today. They are tomorrow. The Forum on China's Africa Cooperation is a hot ticket for African leaders who hope to strengthen their economic ties with China. And after a 2021 edition in Dakar, marked by the COVID-19 crisis, African heads of state, senior ministers, and business leaders will be meeting in Beijing from 4th to 6th of September to the 9th Forum for China-Africa Cooperation. And the theme of this year's summit, which is held every 3 years alternatively in China and Africa, is joining the forces to promote modernization and build a high-level China-Africa community of shared future, which of course we've never seen this. If this is the 9th one, what are the last 8 ones done? That is the question we
Never
should be
seen.
asking.
Where's all this modernization in Africa? Yeah, he never seen it. You're seeing stealing of resources by the Chinese, stealing of
Literally.
projects by the Chinese. So what are you talking about? But
Exactly.
I'm China and I got a bunch of morons that are children. I'm going to keep what? Exploiting them. Is it my fault they're stupid? No, it's not my fault they're dumb. So I'm going to exploit these dummies. I don't own Africa. It's not my fault these motherfuckers are stupid. So I'm supposed to benefit Chinese people. And exploiting their resources goes in my favor. That's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. So they're also adding that African leaders have responded to the invitation, of course, like they always do. They
Always
even
do.
went.
I got my bowl. Got my bowl. Can I have my bowl of rice, Daddy? Chinese Daddy, can I have my bowl of rice? Come on, moron.
you know, it reminded me of the Zimbabwe officials who sent 7 athletes, then 67 officials. All of them went. Shows how greedy of leaders you just have. Literally, like, hey, it's us first. You, the rest of you, come back later. Like, come on. But they're also saying that the negotiation with the official creditors is going to be, of course, starting with Nana Akufo-Addo, who will be coming to, of course, the summit as a president for the last time. Akufo-Addo commissioned a Chinese-built refinery in January and has been glowing in recent praise for Chinese negotiator and for his role in helping Ghana negotiate with
So
official
he's been glowing.
creditors.
His country's bankrupt. His country's fucked up. He's helped to fuck it up. He's always glowing about the country's fucked up. The country's bankrupt. You got America that made a new base where they can do what the fuck they want to do there. This man's a complete imbecile. He's glowing about what? He's a criminal like his daddy was before him. Ghana's fucked up, impoverished, bankrupt, and the people there are stupid. Hey, So everything is glowy.
Mm-hmm. So we also have that is the South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa, whose mission is to for fresh from the creation of the government of national unity, and will be attended will attend flanked by the two ministers of the Democratic Alliance. The former, of course, they're going to keep an eye on what he has to say and all that. The former opposition and now
They're
coalition
flagged by the white people. Nigga, you'll do what you're told to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't run the country. We want this done.
Mm-hmm.
See, we don't come to the Chinese people begging because we know we created their ass. We are the Jays that run South Africa. We run these motherfuckers too.
We
Said we're
also
going to
had
quietly get back power.
Mm-hmm. We also had President William Ruto is expected to attend with Kenyan commentators keen to
His begging
see
ass.
his body language, and that they point to critical comments Ruto made about overspending on Chinese-built infrastructure projects under the Uhuru Kenyatta government. And we
Under
also,
who? You was that government. It's the same thing. That's the Camilla Harris thing. I don't know what their things are all fucked up. You're part of the government, lady. Why things all fucked up? That's your fault. Well, I got nothing to do with it. Ain't you the vice president now? What are you talking about? Same Ruto craziness. We were just stealing shit, and hey, the shit was overspending. Hey, hey, what? Your ass supposed to be locked. You and the Huru supposed to be locked up in the egg for crimes against humanity. How did you and the Huru escape the white man locking you two goofy niggas up for killing Kenyans? Oh, because you had decided to be their puppet later. That's why you two niggas became presidents. You get it?
exactly. So we also had we have the Faye, that is the new Senegalese president, of course, the youngest.
Not the Senegalese bootlick who's now telling NATO to come in to come in NATO and go against the Sahel states, the white people. This bootlick Senegal, you better get rid of his ass on the quickest. He's already told you now that he's an open bootlick, an Uncle Tom house nigga from Django. Oh, Heidi master. Oh, Heidi. He's a Django Uncle Tom ass nigga.
We also have Felix Kedi, and yesterday I took note of reports that Dimore was also reporting on the accusation being made by Congo and the US, that is the DRC Congo to be specific, and the US. Both of them are accusing, of course, DRC, not DRC, but Rwanda and Uganda what they are doing. But my question actually poses...
Here comes Ibrahim. I don't care if you got to go put a you-know-what in the heads of Museveni and Kagame. Do what you got to do. Angola didn't do it 20 years ago. You do it now. You got to go overthrow Uganda, then you overthrow the motherfuckers. You got to go and overthrow Rwanda, you overthrow it. Okay? Go ahead and do what you got to do.
Yeah,
take no prisoners.
I believe Skedi, like I said the last time when we saw all the generations of leadership, when we were talking about the other leader, that was, can I remember his name? Joseph Kobai Wakai. Can I remember his name? I can't remember. The one who was being accused by Felix Kedi.
Joseph Kabila.
Kibila, yes, who left the country in the worst state. But if you try look at what Skedi is doing, there's nothing is made or tried to make the country better.
He doesn't have the power. You got to have a military. You understand that if the Congo has been getting stolen from military forces.
I agree with that, but I loved again something Dimore said. It's how they play the mind games on people without them seeing, because we are not educated to actually understand how these puppets run. But some Congolese do know actually Skedi is also working with the West, because what do you mean you're working together with the US to accuse Rwanda while they're the same people funding all this?
That's true. Exactly. You know? But maybe he's doing that because he's too weak. He knows it's them, but he's too weak to go up against them frontally because they'll get rid of him. You got CIA agents running through the Congo right now. Shit. Mm-hmm. So he might be doing that for his own safety. Just trying to it's called placate placate the power until you can, this is chess, not checkers. So sometimes you gotta do a strategic move by going backwards to go forward. There's some things you gotta do. You gotta eat crow. You don't got enough power to come out and talk about the U.S. You've got any power. You don't got any real military. So him starting to go to Ibram Touré finally, that's the first step. Say, hey, young man, we need help. One people, we need help. Can you come help us? See what you can do. The Ibram Touré is the real. That's why they refused to sell. And it's funny, they refused to sell him weapons that he already bought. All these terrorists are running around the Sahel with weapons. Who giving them weapons? I'm the government. I can't get the weapons that I bought because the plan is to make sure these crackers stay there and steal. Not Africa, the poor, and you crackers are going back to being poor. See the projection. You can see the projection happening. This is the natural scheme of things. 20 years, you're not going to be there. 20 years, the Africans will control Africa. Won't be any Chinese controlling it. Won't be any Arabs. The Africans going to control it. It's going to be brutal. And you motherfuckers that been doing what you do, you're going to be impoverished, or you're going to come and bow down. Or your countries are going to be fucked up. Because none of you motherfuckers can survive without Africa. None of you. So either you'll bow down, or you'll starve. That's your future. You'll bow down. And I know you crackers ain't hear me say this as a proud African man. You'll bow down, or you'll starve. Mm-hmm. That is what it is. Yeah, this is gonna be a war. But it ain't. Guess what, white man? Ain't enough for you no more. You keep telling me you're gonna invade Africa. Reinvade Africa and find out. Fuck around, find out. You couldn't. The only reason why Africa got free in 1960, you'd have enough people at the World War II. You think your birth rate is less today than it was back in 1960 when you couldn't hold Africa no more physically and militarily. Your birth rate is less today. So fuck around and find out and put boots on the ground. And see what the fuck happens. Your back will be broken. And you won't survive it. You won't survive. You'll scream for the Asians, come help us Asians. And you talk that fake enemy shit. You act the Chinese. Chinese ain't won a war in 1,000 fucking years. Chinese are coming to get fucked up. Okay? Chinese ain't won no fucking war with who? Chinese can't even beat the fucking Indians. So they go to try to steal some land from India. India fucks them up. Every time. Every time. They couldn't even win a war with little Vietnam. Vietnam fucked them up in 79. What war has China won in 1,000 years? None. Absolutely none. So, an all out assault in Africa? Nah, Chinese ain't gonna, the Asians ain't gonna be able to help you. Your back will be broken. Population's already fucked up while you trying your depopulation and your fake global warming shit. Yeah, there's too many Africans. You goddamn right, motherfucker. It's gonna continue to be too many Africans. Because Africans are gonna rule this planet like they've always have. It's just cyclical. You know, it's like the seasons. The season of the African is coming back into power. Ain't nothing you can do. Not from your GMOs, your fake global warming. None of your scams are gonna work. Hey, none of them.
They're all gonna collapse, you know. They're all gonna collapse. But as we get to move on, Jiba Jaba, Karibu Sana once again. He says Ibrahim Triangle speech on the West was a great year. He explained the manipulation and theft of the African countries.
Yeah, the theft. All the theft that Africans are not supposed to be poor. How the fuck are we poor? He had to teach his own people. We're the richest people we're the richest continent on the planet. How the fuck are we all running around here impoverished and backward and don't know shit no more? Because we've been put in this situation. And if you continue to allow somebody to put you in this situation, you deserve to be in it. You deserve to be a slave if you're not going to fight for what's yours. You're right. Look at all that begging and crying and praying. Fuck that shit. As an African man, he's telling you supposed to get ready for this fight. Get ready for this war. Because they're not going to stop coming to steal our shit. Because that's what made them rich. Yeah, go back their history. Always poor, backwards, starving. That's the Europeans' history. All that shit about them being superior to you. You out your fucking... How some people going to bring you civilization they can't even feed themselves? Civilized what? So once you gain back who you are, you don't feel no reverence for nobody. But you drop all the chains of slavery out your mind. Mental slavery. So that's why they got to kill Ibrahim at all costs. Damn, Stan's got a damn assassination attempt every damn week. Shit's crazy.
But Zaba also says Museveni owns thousands of cattle, and that's on endless supply of fertilizer. That's true. But apparently also Africans themselves. Personally, I do blame Africans as a general. This is not even anything to do with it. Trust me, on farming, I don't care. I'm going to call anyone dumb. Okay? I'm going to call you dumb. I'm going to call anyone dumb. Unless you're just born in a generation where right now, especially recently right now, that maybe you don't know what farming is all about, but still I'm gonna call you dumb, because you should do some investigation, do some research, because if you try look at a country like Uganda and most of the African countries right now, people are running away from the village to come and live the life of the city, which is very expensive, number one, full of cancerous disease, food, not even disease, but food. You live in very healthy food right there because you've been told.
They don't know that.
They know. I don't care if you know, if you don't know, do research. And that's me saying that.
They don't know the food they eat in the city is cancer. All they know, I'm at the village, like I'm in the big city.
Yeah,
look at me.
You don't know that, but you just left some healthy food at home, okay?
They don't know that.
You do know you left some healthy food in the city to come eat some poisonous shit in the city. You left food literally at home in the village. You stopped farming. Who did you leave that farm for, kid?
You think they really know that, Joby? You think they really know that?
I said, I don't care whether you know or not. Do research. That is me, okay? That is just me. Because I fail to understand. When I talk about agriculture, it makes me mad. Literally. I don't understand how we've gotten here as Africa. I don't understand why.
You got there because the white people told you, educated you wrong. That's why they came and stole the land. They're the ones doing the main agricultures in Kenya, in South Africa. Where you go? Africa. They stole the land. Told you agriculture's bad. Why they make the billions of dollars off of agriculture?
We don't want to get to that right now. I don't want to get to agriculture right now. But shout out to Byron Scott, Karibu Sana. I also see Jibajaba says bootlicks are never humble or modest. Okay. That's a good one. He also says, good point. Did anyone have an account for the bubble gumming of peaceful protesters? Nobody did. Nobody, not Truto himself. You can see already he's free to fly. He's now comfortable, confident to fly, because he thinks actually Kenyans have forgotten. But the good thing is that people are on his neck, because all these reports, that actually everything that is going on is all being reported. You can see from the comments people how mad they are. When he went to Kisumu, that was I think last week, people helped at him.
Yeah, they were booing his ass. They were talking exactly. Listen, the people of all working in Kenya, so they just be re-strategizing, reorganizing themselves. So that's a good thing. So they're not going to be brainwashed by the same useless propaganda anymore.
Actually, we were saying yesterday on the Rhythm Scoop show that because we were trying to refer to a video, Ruto said that is the biggest joke I've had, and which he should have taken it serious as a career. That he was supposed to become an evangelist. After his term, he's gonna go back to that role. And I'm like, these puppets right now, if you try look at, most of them are only making speeches to churches where we have the most indoctrinated people.
Of course.
People cannot question, people do not, they're all about praying in Jesus. So those are the people they're going to actually stick to and try to actually address, look like they're making any relevant
the weak-minded.
They're not, because Nobody's going to pay attention. The youth are not paying attention to these people. We can see from not just the president to the governor to the senators to the MPs. You make an appearance talking stupid, you're getting stoned, you're getting helped. It's all actually very active.
You're too late. That's exactly. Once the crow has always started crowing, when the sun come up, you can't make the crow go back in.
Yeah.
So or the chicken or the cock, whatever you call the damn thing. So the Kenyan youth just know too much. Them days of you just saying stupid shit. You're not in the age. You're not in the era of Ruda. I mean, of Uhuru, Moy, especially Joe. You're not. That era is gone, dummy, and it's never coming back. The people are too educated now. Okay, there's not going. They're not the Ugandans. They're not the Nigerians and the Ghanaians. Kenyans know too much. You're in a civilization now where the youth know too much. You never going back to the dumb African in Kenya. Not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Joe.
The Bajab also says maybe contact Afghanistan's. They were left with billions in U.S. arms.
They did that on purpose. Yeah, because they wanted, that they left billions of dollars because they wanted to keep that group there to terrorize. Remember, because all these fake wars are all fake. So they can steal the resources. No, it was Iraq. We were stealing the oil. Syria was stealing the oil. And Afghanistan was still to create the poppy seeds, the opium seeds for the drug trade. They had all the Americans guarding the poppy fields. They left that there, and that would start them to fight for China to get that. Remember, understand, the thing is always to make sure China gets technology. See, how did China get advanced in military technology? They're supposed to be a fake enemy. This is what the Jays do. So they leave that all that American equipment there. Remember, Afghanistan's ally China. China gets to come in and see that technology reverse engineer. Remember, the Chinese didn't know how to make shit. Everything we did, we gave to their stupid asses. So what they wanted as the Jays implode America with their bootlicks that control like a Biden. So all that shit was left there on purpose. So the Chinese would come into Afghanistan and reverse engineer that technology so they would have it and know how it works and how to create it themselves. That's what this is all about. Because, all from the Jays. They need China to be a power because they know these white people waking up and they're scared. For the retaliation, they need to be protected. Because they're going to come after these motherfuckers. And they're hoping to implode America before they come after them. And they already be in China with their military. They say, we're superpower, you better not attack us. That kind of shit.
And the also says, Colonel Sanders is God, Joby. Okay. But anyway, as we get to move on to the last conversation of the day, I want to share, of course, what or how Kenya is supposed to be benefiting, because apart from the 40 billion we are going to be given, they're saying that our economy is going to, of course, be straightened up. And we're going to see.
How's going to be straightened up? You can't run economy on debt, place after debt, another debt. How you ever climbing up out of the debt? How you got an economy based on debt? All your services don't ever go to represent.
So far, we know our infrastructures are very poor, very, very poor, and they cost so much that we're supposed to be paying in years to come, generations to come, and probably all these funds are not even gonna be able to pay, because remember it's
that the white man's land in Kenya.
Exactly. That is a scheme of them acquiring another land, because we've seen
white man's land in Kenya. And so and shout out to Joby and people on TikTok. These corrupt bastards have been stealing your land, which is your inheritance, Kenyans. They've given it to foreigners, which was illegal. Vast quantities of land. And you look at that and you say you can't feed yourself? You got goddamn Kenyans going to bed hungry? How's that possible? Just that little area right there can feed all of Kenya
Mm-hmm.
easily. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me about no agriculture and people. It's because you're weak, your leaders are corrupt, and you got to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
You allow Africa to be stolen by corrupt puppets started from Jomo to begin with.
We have so many empty lands, let me tell you, that has been grabbed by these people. And a good example that's I'm gonna do research on that company because I keep on mentioning it every time. We had 300,000 acres of land sold to an Italian company for whatever purpose I
Wow.
can't remember. Then Kenya went to Zambia, bought a 20 hectares of land.
20. That is shit. Why would you be selling 3,000 hectares of land and then going to Zambia and buy only 20? Because they need that to grow groceries and bring it back in because it's the still another country. It's that, it don't even make any sense. It's
It
backwards.
doesn't.
It's
It doesn't. Cause after that, we saw actually Zambia. That was a couple months ago. I reported it's been hit by massive starvation and hunger. So my question was, and Kenya, some parts of Kenya as well. How are these countries profiting from each other? From them acquiring land, because from the statement I read, when Kenya acquired the land from Zambia, they were supposed to help each other.
because what they do, Joby, Africa's got the best land. They know you. They know African men are greedy and stupid. I buy land. I take them. I build agriculture. And I feed my people back in Italy, Joby. Through that 3 years ago. All those lands in Ghana and Nigeria and all that shit the white man got. They feed Europe from it.
Exactly.
Not you, goofy niggas. You stay home, guy. Hungry in Kenya. How can you be hungry in Kenya? You got land that looks like this. You insane?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can
To the
find that
bu-
video. There was a video that was talking about, literally plant. Can I find it? Plantation, where Africans are working as slaves. Let me see.
Yeah,
Can I find it?
slaves in your own country. They taking agriculture, fruits and vegetables to send back to Europe and feed the white man there. But he tell you don't come to Europe. You niggas stay actually buy land so they can feed because their land is fucked up, guys. It's a glaciated land. Okay? Nothing you love about European. They got no minerals and the land is fucked up for growing food. It's a glaciated soil. It's just full of goddamn ice and fuck that doesn't have enough minerals to create good fruits and vegetables. That's why they buy land. That's why they took all the land in Africa and shipped the shit there. And all the fresh fruits in the stores in Europe. Yay! Eating good. Everybody in Africa all fucked up and starving.
Mm-hmm. I can't find the video, but that brother was talking. If I find it, I'm gonna share it. He was talking about how Africans are on a modern day-to-day slavery, and
Of course they are.
how they never see it, and it's crazy how they are always hungry. Most fertile land they're supposed to be producing
Exactly.
food and all that.
You're the most fertile lands in the world because, you know why? Because you're cowards. Power is taken. Because you're coward. We're going to be honest here. Because of cowardice. African man's become a coward. Motherfucker, you think I'm going to be starving in Africa, goddammit? And it's the most fertile lands? I mean, Motherfucker, I'm going to go take what's mine. Damn anybody to stop me. Arms. I'm going to need to have the arms, the guns I need to take that shit back. And then you get in my way. If you're a goofy, a colonized nigga in the head, you better get out my way. Why are we gonna take the white man's land? Motherfucker, this Africa, this our land. Fuck is he talking about? You don't get out of my face, you got 3 seconds to disappear. You fucking moron. You motherfuckers got whole goddamn acres of land sending food back to Europe, dummy. Don't blame me because I will with Joey. Don't blame me because you're stupid, but you better get out of my fucking face. Talking that stupid shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn if me and my people gonna starve in Africa while they live good in Europe and all the food's coming out of Africa going to them. You got me all the way fucked up. That's about power. You take it. I'm taking what's mine. Did they come and take it from me? They damn sure did.
I
I didn't
think
say, hey.
I've been thinking, and I'm like, I feel like the We don't need Black Americans in Africa to to help Africans get that, how do I say
Exactly.
that? That
That attitude.
exactly, yeah. You need to have that attitude because I feel like boldly that was 2 years ago, and being with you guys, the savagery you've shown me, and the boldness I have right now. I mean, come on, it's just on another level. As much as I really had it, I really didn't have it like the way I really have it right now, and I'm really
Now,
grateful for that.
it's
And I
not
feel like
because you had what they call that beautiful African humanity. Africans have a beauty. You have that beautiful humanity, Joe. That you didn't know
Africa
how to be
needs.
savage. But
Africa needs that, that attitude. They do need to. You can't just let people talk to you crazy. Number one, you can't
exactly,
just you can't just move this way. Okay, not to stand on what you're standing on. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. Okay, and make
that
it clear, loud and clear, very clear. Until we have that, we're gonna be still having this weak presentation again of Africa and the people, despite the wealth we
exactly,
have. You're gonna be stepped
exactly,
on, even if you're coming from the wealthiest family,
exactly.
no matter where you go, you're still a
And
nigger because you've not you've not shown you deserve that respect. And until you show it, honey,
yeah,
you're the one in charge.
and
Move
that's
on.
why it's the re-scramble for Africa again. Because without Africa, everybody starves. Okay,
No.
that's why it's a re-scramble again. Like you had 200 years ago in Berlin. It's another re-scramble
I've learned a
because
lot in my in I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot under Black Hot Fire. I've learned a lot as a leader. I've learned a lot as a host. I've learned a lot literally, and I've seen a lot. And I'm like, wow, this is why Africa or Africans are gonna be termed this way, especially as a leader as well. Because you see people how they act around you, like, wait, so you're not gonna be acting like this in another place. You're gonna be checked, right? But you expect people to be sympathetic with you because of this, right? No, it doesn't work like that. Literally, the rest of the world is brutal, and I feel like
exactly,
Africans being in that bubblegum that we have been on, you need to step the fuck out of your comfort zone, and pardon my French. You need to actually, again, like I read with my quote, growth does require risk, and risk actually comes with growth, with the fear of the unknown. So long as you've taken the risk, that is how you grow, literally, boldly and fearlessly. So Africans do need that. With throughout the revolution, calling out these weak leaders, it requires literally a lot of attitude. Again, knowing who you
that's what,
are, what you're fighting for.
that's what you've been
But
doing. Exactly.
let me
Same
share this
ad.
very quickly as we wind
Okay,
down.
yeah. It always goes. Let me say this. It always goes back to when you guys your first trip to Tanzania with that white man. That's why he was shocked. He thought he could just walk over Africans. He's like, oh, what the hell is going on here? Oh, with these African bitches. I'm supposed to be. You bitches are supposed to bow down to me. Some a fat
Mm-hmm.
white man.
Mm-hmm. No,
Go ahead,
it
Joe.
doesn't happen like that. But let me share this.
Over the past few years, the outcome of China-Africa infrastructure partnership have become visible across the African continent. More than 50 heads of states, including the Kenyan President Dr. William Ruto, are in Beijing for the 2024 summit of the 9th Forum on China-Africa Cooperation (FOCAC), taking place from September 4th. The Mombasa-Nairobi Standard Gauge Railway (SGR), a key project of the Belt and Road Initiative, has
The building
positively
builder,
influenced
but
Kenya's economic
no,
and
it's not.
social
No, it's
growth.
not. You what? See, that's how you know this is all bullshit. You can't be honest. That old ass train you was duped into buying some old shit. 30-year technology, old ass technology. So how does it benefit Kenya? It didn't. You overpaid. That means it hurt the economy because the loans are overpaid. And the Chinese knew they were doing when they were exploiting you by these damn loans.
Mm-hmm.
That old ass fucking technology right there, that shit is old, it's outdated. 40 years old. It makes everything better and that's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Joby.
By the end of May 2024, the Mombasa-Nairobi SGR had moved 2.68 million standard containers and 32.87 million metric tons of cargo. It also facilitated the transport of 12.87 million passengers. Over the last 7 years, the SGR has created over 74,000 jobs in Kenya and trained more than 2,800
Jobs
professionals.
for who? Jobs
I
for who?
want
Most of the jobs are Chinese. Jobs for who? Most of the people that work on SGR are Chinese, not Kenyans. What the fuck are you talking about, man? With this sound crazy. What kind of propaganda ass shit is this? It ain't gave Kenyan people jobs. The Chinese on that shit.
but
Talking
that's
about
more of the
history.
propaganda we're gonna see on the mainstream media, literally, of course, with the them being there. That is basically what we're gonna see, talking about how they
Exactly.
have developed Africa in these sectors, telling these
All
African
lies.
markets, we've helped you. Now we want to come and do this and this. More loans, more
Exactly.
lands. You know,
All
so
propaganda.
even
Look at
the simplest
we
way.
created 97,000 jobs. What, for
Mhm.
Chinese motherfuckers?
What should happen right now, I believe, is Ruto should be there questioning about us having these China squares, despite people demonstrating. Why do we have China squares, malls in Africa, destroying the local markets, while the local
Exactly.
market really did demonstrate about how effective this is, already has been there even before them being here, but they have been there, you know. So this is just so crazy. But again, in general, it's the weak presentation of Africa, despite the wealth it contains. So it is up to us again, with the collective of those who are waking up, to literally mobilize online. I do appreciate the TikTok platform, how it has helped people actually get so much information, because through TikTok, these demonstrations, we saw them being organized, people keeping each other in tabs, what is happening, what should you carry when you're coming to demonstrate, uh, if you have health conditions. Like online has been, especially the
That
TikTok
good.
platform, to be specific, has been a good platform. Again, I love going back to Keith always, how he used to cuss on it, and now the love of it. But it has been a good platform of literally passing positive information.
Don't try to throw me under the bus
So
all
much,
slick.
so much information that you won't find on
You don't even use TikTok. Don't try to throw
on
me under the bus, slick ass.
I introduced you though. You made me back away because of you saying, "Oh, you know they are,"
Yeah,
and I'm
all I
like,
seen was booty. I said I thought it was booty shaking. I didn't know. I said I
"Oh
don't want to
no,
see no. I don't want to see no butt. I don't want to see
oh
a bunch of butt
now
cheeks.
you don't see no
I
booty
don't want
shaking."
to. I don't want to see a bunch of butt cheeks in my face every day, Joey. I'm good. So
Oh
I
my
was
god!
wrong. I stand
Yeah,
corrected.
I give
I stand
TikTok
corrected.
props for helping Africans actually get so much information that they're
Yeah.
getting right now. Even if it's light information, TikTok has been the platform making people get it all. YouTube, of course, there's so much restrictions of content. Twitter, we can see Elon Musk, shout to him, despite saying these are independent. Twitter is being pulled down in many countries right now because
Yeah,
of
before
them.
that in Brazil, but it's like Telegram. They
Mhm.
arrested him because that's them locking down the world because they don't want the free flow of information going on. And also,
Exactly.
YouTube is going to start locking us down again because of the dude, all these viruses coming out, right? They want to do certain things. They don't want you to say anything because they've already learned from the 19 thing they did. So they don't want freedom of speech nowhere because they're trying to now lock down the planet. So you gotta own your own shit, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Got to own it. So
Mm-hmm.
um,
Completely. But as we come to the end, Jiba Jabba says, where is the maglev trains, or in China, not in Africa? Yep, you won't see them right here. You know, shout out to Tanzania. Magufuli did amazing, leaving that project that was continuing, and it's amazing, man. Shout out to Tanzania, Dodoma. I've seen the
they,
positive remarks coming from that train.
and
It's flying like a bird.
they own it. They're not in debt by it.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
it was cheap.
actually,
It was
it was
cheaper than Kenya.
exactly,
It was
exactly.
cheaper than Kenya's, and
Yeah,
it's more advanced than Kenya's because it was actually a real train. Nobody trying to steal and graft and all this crazy shit. So you don't need propaganda. It's your trade and blah 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 blah. You don't get out here with this old ass shit.
literally. Jibba says they take our resources and to China and rebuild high-speed trains. Exactly, man. And
Yeah,
Africa
they
is
built
left
this shit.
way
'Cause I
behind.
remember
But I'm
when I
kind of.
sent Jobin
Mhm.
when I sent Jobin them to Mombasa last year. I was like, how long does it take for that train to get from Nairobi to Mombasa? I think it's like 3 hours or something. Well, how long was that train ride, Joby?
I think 4 hours. Yeah, it's 4 hours. So yeah,
It's
4 hours.
like 4 hours. The train slow as shit. And my boss ain't number like, I was like, the bus ride is even longer. I was like, this shit crazy. Uh, because my bus, let me see, what's the miles?
It's low. Actually,
Well,
it's not even 4 hours because I remember there's a
slower
time
than
the first time I went to Mombasa, we used a personal car, and some other friends used the train. So we were trying to compete who's gonna get there faster, and apparently we ended up getting there faster
what
than
are the
them.
miles between Mombasa to Nairobi?
The
That shit
train
ain't
is
number two. That shit ain't number 274 miles. Now, if you was on a train in China, Japan, that shit would take an hour maximum. An hour. It ain't number 274 miles. That's it.
it's super
That's
slow. It's
that shit,
super
that should be
slow.
like that
From
should take like 5 or 6 hours or some shit on that shit.
majority of the comments you'll see on SGR is the complaining of the chairs. They were uncomfortable. Da 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 da. So
Yeah, the
much.
chairs are old and chairs are not even goddamn high standard chairs. Like, it overpaid for garbage because these puppets got their kickbacks. It wasn't done for the people. They say, yeah, because they know most Africans been so underdeveloped. When Africa got the train, they didn't know that was some old shit. Yeah, we got a train. You know, this train's like 30 years old, 40 years shit. Nobody used old ass shit. Is it? Yeah.
That is- And as we wrap up, family, we shall continue with the rest of the conversation, of course, right here, same time, same place tomorrow. Remember,
How much was?
it's
Joby, how long was that bus ride? To say that you guys didn't break down. How long was that bus ride from Nairobi to Mombasa?
I can't remember because it broke down on us, number one. I can't
Let's say if
even
it did. Let's say if it didn't break down. It was like a 10-hour drive or some shit like that.
8 hours. It's money.
8 hours takes 8 hours to go only 274 miles. You talking about Africa being so backward under 8 hours to go, motherfucker. I'm ready. I just left talking to Joby going to Dallas, which is more, where I just left from in Shreveport. Is more miles than that. And I'm about to get there about another. How many miles I got to go? An hour and 47. Take me 3 hours to do that. Takes them 8 hours. Yeah, you crazy? And like, hey, you can't build a real country, have real industry, and build a real economy. But it takes you 8 hours to go 274 miles.
And the road is fucked up, number one, also. And there's so many potholes. It's only one way path as well. Going to Mombasa, I think it's one way path, just one way path, So
And so you got that the roads aren't even maintained to go there. That'd be one of your main transport because that's your port. You would make sure that road was already developed. Because you're too corrupt and fucked. That'd be one of your main things. See, like that's why these African morons cannot run countries. I hate to say Eric Prince be right. Motherfucker, you will make sure you got the best road from your capital city to your damn main port in Mombasa. Period. No fucking 8-hour bus ride. No damn Nairobi to fucking 200 something miles. You taking 8 hours. Like, what the hell you going? You driving around the world? But that's not Kenya. That's all of Africa. That'd be Nigeria. That'd be Ghana. Like, God damn, how long I'm gonna be on this motherfucking bus, man? God damn. What is going on around here?
Yeah, but anyway, family, we'll wrap it up here. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Yeah, Africa is so mismanaged, literally. Super mismanaged.
That's why it takes them so long to get down. I put them on the bus to go to Tanzania. It takes them forever. It takes them damn 2 days. And Tanzania ain't number like 300 miles away. That's a 5-hour drive in America. 5 hours. You're supposed to be from Nairobi to Tanzania on a bus in 5 fucking hours. Not no day and a half shit. A day and a half. Where we going to China? Where we going to? It's crazy.
We're going to Beijing.
Yeah, but Joby them was good about it. They kept their positive attitude. I was like, damn. I always got Manson, Cammy, and Spikes, and then Job and them on these buses because it takes these rides don't make no sense. It takes all goddamn day to go 300 miles. Like I don't understand this crazy shit. But anyway, but they always have positive attitude.
Yeah. It's fun. The trip, personally, I love traveling by road. I'm not gonna lie. I love as a Sagittarius.
I do
I'm an
too.
adventurous.
Yeah.
I love
Sagittarius love to travel no matter what. That's true. That's the
traveling. I love
Sagittarius.
traveling a lot. So I don't care how long the distance is. So long as I'm going, let's go. Let's go. I don't care how long the distance is gonna take. So long as I go safe and I arrive at my destination safe.
I will say that if you guys go on a trip, take a Sagittarius with you because no matter how long the trip, you might get man, this trip long. The Sagittarius will usually be positive, making you up. Either you get mad at them, like motherfucker constantly smiling about his long ass trip, or they'll make you feel better. You just alright, okay, fuck it, I'm here, whatever.
I'm the hype person, so either you're gonna get bored or you either join the hype or stick to your zone, okay? But don't make the trip boring, okay? Because I'm gonna cut you off immediately after that. But Danny Harrison, Karibu Sana, Jason Hill, Karibu. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are coming in last minute. But Danny says that's a job right there. The government of Africa countries can employ unemployed people to build and maintain.
Exactly. Well, they take the unemployed people, train them, and have them go around building the infrastructure. Exactly. Thousands of youth are unemployed. Don't take long to teach them about how to build roads. Road work is not a hard thing to do. You teach them how to do it, and then you also teach them to maintain it so shit ain't all fucked up. You say, hey, you go, Joby.
Our schools, we're not learning that. We're learning for apple.
Joby, you change all that dumb shit. You change all that. You take the youth, you give them employment, you say we're going to teach you now how to build roads. Okay? And not just build them, you're going to learn to maintain them. So the ones that you're not building on at certain times, you're going to be maintaining the other ones. That's not rocket science, Joby. Crazy.
Danny says the only thing they have to do is use the money, resources, equipment, and manpower to construct and build. That's
it. The resources are there. It wouldn't be expensive exactly. All they need is the equipment. Okay? Pay for the equipment. Teach people how to do the shit. Damn. Couple classes. You got the African youth out all throughout Kenya maintaining roads and building new roads. There you go. That adds to your economy, stupid. Because now you got good roads that makes good commerce back and forth through towns and cities. You're like, these African men are fucking morons. My number one goddamn port, I don't got a good road to you. That's the first thing I'm doing. Hey, you goddamn youth, you're going to learn this thing right here, how to build roads. You don't need to, and you don't got to import no materials because everything is right there in Africa. Okay, here we go. Okay? A whole bunch of you guys, your job is to learn how to build these fucking roads and keep them maintained. Take a semester to learn how to do that.
We'll wrap it up right there with the conversation of today. Jibba Jabba, I know I am the time controller, but we got shows, we got everything program. We have people who have to go home.
Y'all been shut it down yesterday when the conversation was getting good. You had to leave. Had to tell her to kick a rock.
I'm a timekeeper. You guys know that. I'm a timekeeper, okay? I'm a timekeeper. When it's late for me to leave here, of course, I'm going to wrap the show up.
Hey, I just thought about something. Ain't it? I think isn't this Shamani and Danny's birthday month?
Yeah, it is.
What days are their birthdays? It's like a week apart or the same week or something.
Shmani's is on 20th. Danny's is on 23rd.
Yeah, it looks like the end of the month. Okay, give me a chance to buy their ass cake. I knew it was this month. Ain't these no good bastards' birthday this month?
Yeah,
Period.
it's their birthday this month. But much love, family. See you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in, Danny, Jiba Jabba, Jason Hill, Byron Scott, and to all the amazing silent listeners. Those who are on Twitter and also on the YouTube channel. On TikTok, thank you so much. I see my sister over there. Shout out to you, baby girl. Hope you're doing amazing. And to
Oh,
everyone
your
on this
so your sister aware? Your sister's on TikTok.
yeah.
She said hi. Why you say hi to her?
Hi.
Oh, she talking crazy. Hey, Joby ain't got no money. Joby ain't got no money for you. Joby ain't got no money. Don't come over here with your money grubbing.
No, she cool. She's not talking crazy. But anyway, family,
All right.
let's have a beautiful day.
We ain't got no money. You tell the bishop to pay your own shit.
Come on, I'm not the one to talk crazy too. Have yourself a beautiful day, family.
We ain't got no damn money. I'm doing my shamani. What the hell? We ain't got no money. Tell me,
Hey.
wait